is Maria Joliker. Welcome to my show, Let's Talk About History. I'm here today at the Leffingwell Inn, and it is Founders Day. And they are going to be reenactors, and we're going to stay and watch. I hope you enjoy my show. Thank you.
Well, that was a military hat.
So anyways, he had committed suicide and I was over visiting. And he materialized this shadow. I saw him and I felt his hand, which was, yeah, and it wasn't anything bad. That's my place. So it was an interesting. So what I'll do is, if I was to come, do that, if I make it automatically with the camera pictures. Yeah.
Yeah, we had Regan up the other week. Yeah. He was great. He talked about Norwich. That's Benedict Arnold. Yes, this is a contemporary style portrait of Benedict Arnold. And here is a representation of one of the uniform coats that he would have worn. And as a matter of fact, we are also fortunate enough to, believe it or not, have some artifacts from the Arnold house, which burned twice. The first time was in the 1850s, and it was restored and then subsequently burned again. There's obviously a key. There's also a newel post. So this is pretty much all that's left.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
And he lived right down the road.
Yes, if you...
Hey, Art, did I convince you to be in the tavern room and still...
Absolutely. And if you go down the road here, on the left-hand side, about 2 blocks down, as you're going towards downtown, there's a green ranch house. That is the site of the old Benedict Arnold house, and to the right of the house proper, on the sidewalk, you'll notice a sign that says this is where Benedict Arnold house was.
Okay.
And as a matter of fact, this tavern used to be up where those traffic lights are.
Mm-hmm.
So we are very comfortable in saying that Benedict Arnold's father would have come here.
Very nice. Thank you.
Thank you. Oops.
Okay.
Ever. I don't know why I have them.
I have two at home, and I said, should I bring it? I said, no, I have one down there. I know I do, and it looks nice. Probably not. Wow.
Here we go.
And then you see. We will be beginning in just a few minutes, folks.
Mike, what's that?
Peter, hi, how are you?
Good.
Good
to see you.
You as well.
Oh, yes, please. No problem.
How hard?
Good, how are you? I know.
I have something.
Brilliant. And it set the stage.
Can I have your attention, ladies and gentlemen, so we can... What was that? I've been asked to have the door closed. Thank you. Thanks. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Leffingwell House Museum. This is where we keep the artifacts and antiquities of Norwich in the area, starting in around the mid 1600s, going up to just about the Civil War, just after it. We are the Society of the Founders of Norwich, not the Historical Society. So we are a separate organization from that, and we do own this house. Today we are here to celebrate the wonderful accomplishment of the 35 families that braved the elements, so to speak, and left their homes down in Saybrook and came up the river to trees and rivers, and they established Norwich in 1659. And without further ado, we have a couple of pronouncements, shall we say? Huh? Proclamation, yes, to speak. I'd like to introduce our illustrious mayor. Okay. Everybody knows you anyway. I'm going over to this side.
I think he was doing a terrific job.
She wants to come up.
I'm Deb Hinchy. I'm currently the mayor of Norwich, and I have with me nice gentlemen. They are members of the
Place in a hurry. There's always someone that decides that they're going to go slower than the speed limit. So
Especially in the areas where
next time, and there'll be very few opportunities for me to thank her for her vision of the city of Norwich and the changes that she has made with the rehabilitation of Panema Mills. And if you get a chance, go by and see. The tower has been reconstructed, and I always, when I was a little girl, thought that living in the tower would be the place to be. I'm not certain they'll let me do that, but if you get a chance, I'm okay with living in a museum. And your vision on downtown Norwich, where we have 3 buildings being rehabilitated for high-end apartments downtown Norwich, and looking at that. And I went down on First Friday last night, and I can tell you it was busier than it's ever been with art and other activities going on. And so I invite you all to come down to a First Friday in Norwich. Stop at the Norwich Arts Council, who with the help of the city and the state is rehabbing their facade. Stop at Reliance Health and find out the great work that they do with constituents in this region. Walk up the street and go past the Harp and Dragon and look at Jill Fritchie's place, where if you can't find a tchotchke to give to somebody, I don't know what.
She'll find it for you.
She'll find it for you. And then stop over at Epicure Brewing, and they had an art show there last night. These guys, it's really starting to turn around, and it's great to see the city of Norwich start to turn around, because I remember being one of the oldest people here that I used to be able to walk downtown Norwich and have a good time when I was going to high school at NFA, and I can see that things are starting to go in that direction, and it's a great and wonderful thing.
Well, thank you.
So this is a General Assembly official citation. It was introduced by myself and Representative Kevin Ryan and Representative Emmett Riley and Representative Doug Dubitsky. Be it hereby known to all that the Connecticut General Assembly hereby offers its sincerest congratulations to the Society of the Founders of Norwich. Founders Day at the Leffingwell House Museum that celebrates the founding of Norwich in 1659, when 35 families settled on a 9-mile square of land purchased from Chief Uncas. And what great partners the Mohegan tribe has been with this region. In 1750, Norwich became the 12th largest city in the colonies. In the 19th century, the city became a manufacturing center because of its large mills. Since then, Norwich has flourished to become a regional hub of innovation and promise. We are proud to call the Rose of New England our home. The entire membership extends its very best wishes on this memorable occasion and expresses the hope for continued success. Given this 7th day of October 2017 at the state capitol in Hartford, Connecticut. It's signed by the President of the Senate, Martin Looney, Speaker of the House, Joe Arasimowicz, and Secretary of the State, Denise Merrill. And I just want to thank you for all you do to make us remember where we came from and what opportunities we have to move forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy. Thanks. Oh.
Oh, it's you.
Now you gotta talk.
Huh? Oh, yes. We'd like to honor the 35 founding families right now, if we may. Art's going to be reading the names, and Kevin, who you may know is the president of the Bells of Norwich, he's going to be ringing the bells of Norwich. You're off.
The 35 original founders of Norwich in 1659. Deacon Thomas Adgate, Robert Allen, William Backus, Lieutenant William Backus Jr., John Baldwin, Deacon Thomas Bingham, John Burchard, Thomas Bliss, Morgan Bowers, John Bradford, Deacon Hugh Calkins, John Calkins, Richard Edgerton, Reverend James Fitch, John Gager, Lieutenant Francis Griswold, Thomas Howard, Christopher Huntington, Simon Huntington, Samuel Hyde, William Hyde, Lieutenant Thomas Leffingwell, Major John Mason, Dr. John Olmsted, John Pease, John Post, Thomas Post, Josiah Reed, John Reynolds, Jonathan Royce, Reverend Nahum Smith, Sergeant John Tracy, Lieutenant Thomas Tracy, Robert Wade, and Sergeant Thomas Waterman. These are the founders of the city of Norwich.
And the thing is, you got to think about it. These folks had left another continent 10 to 20 years earlier and settled up some kind of a lifestyle, so to speak, down at the coast, and they packed up again and came up here and literally into the wilderness and started hacking down trees and building structures like this. By the way, I want to thank everyone for coming to celebrate the founders and give them recognition for all that they did for us. And we do have cake and cider. Hey, I got my priorities right. We've got cake and cider inside.
Our president, and she's in charge of all of us. Without their drive, without their compassion and their devotion, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing here now. 5 or 6 years ago, they came in and helped resurrect. Happening without this lovely